Hey everybody. Thanks for being here. That's the first thing I want to say. And secondly, thank you to anybody who had a hand in tonight, because it wouldn't have happened unless they really went out of their way to make it happen. So let's put our hands together for them, please. So she kind of summarized, and some people here know the story, but I'll summarize as best I can without going into strenuous detail, because I really could. It's something I'm passionate about, obviously, since it affects me every day. About a year ago now, on March 19th, I was at the Worldwide Rally in Calgary, covering it like I did many rallies before that.
I did a great job.
Okay, thank you. I've interviewed like hundreds and hundreds of people from all over the province, really. Pastor Art I've interviewed Lyndsay, always publicly at these rallies, showing our faces for what we all stand for. And I've been to Coutts. I was at Coutts in the freezing cold, longboarding up and down the highway with my electric longboard, filming the massive amount of pile-up vehicles that were there in support. And I did everything I could to really show the world that the media was not portraying what was actually going on at these events accurately at all. And we all know that. That's not news to anybody here, but it could have definitely been news to many people. My own family, who had no idea what was happening in Calgary, no idea there was tens of thousands of people marching on the street, no idea that there was a pastor thrown in jail and left in jail for months while people were there every day trying to get him out. No idea that there's still 4 political prisoners in our province and they don't even know the names or why they're in jail. Mm-hmm. So I kind of took it upon myself to make sure that I would do my best to spread the news of what was actually occurring, to show we're not a bunch of racist, misogynistic homophobes like the media was portraying. So anyways, I was at the rally. I had covered them many times. The police that day were insane. They were pushing people out of the park, left and right, male, female, old, young, whatever. They were attacking people pretty much. And I was there. I'd interviewed many people. I was getting pushed back by police, talking to the higher up who was there in charge that day. His name's Deputy Chief Chad Toffick. He's literally the second in charge in Calgary. I was having a conversation with him as his lackeys are pushing me back, and I'm continuously walking backwards, continuing to converse with the deputy chief. And long story short, they attacked me. They pulled me back behind the police line. They destroyed my camera, my microphone. You could see they pick up my gear and they slam it down on the ground, like going out of the way to wreck my stuff that I had dropped. It was an event, to say the least. But outside of that, I've seen lots of things over the last 2 years that, not even personally to me, are just absolutely disgraceful. There's our rights and our freedoms being eviscerated, like left, right, and center every day. Even since we've been able to go and shop and go and get on planes, they're still taking things away. You're being pushed into a 15-minute city whether you like it or not. If you live rurally, your local bylaws and land use rules are being changed without you having a single word in it. So the government's overreach and corruption is not stopping. It won't stop. They're going to just keep steamrolling everything that they can forward. And like, my freedoms are included in that. I can't go to protests in my own province. For the whole first 5 months after this, I was banned from protests in the whole world. I couldn't leave Canada and go protest. That was part of my bail conditions. Like, it doesn't make sense.
He was on TV.
Yeah. I was banned from entering downtown Calgary for 4 months. My mother, my sister, they all lived downtown, but I was literally never allowed downtown for 24/7. Couldn't enter the downtown core. There's all sorts of crazy things that are going on, and my own lawyer is astonished at the fact that I'm not allowed to protest. Like, he's sent multiple requests for my bail conditions to be changed in. If I didn't sign that bail condition, I'd still be in the remand center at this point. And we've seen the same with Pastor Derek, who recently was only released because he would sign conditions, which, I mean, anybody here would agree that the conditions are unconstitutional and are blocking his rights and freedoms. Same go for me. I wasn't allowed to be released unless I signed that I wouldn't attend a protest, that I wouldn't enter downtown Calgary, that I had to tell the police where I live and if I move, where I'm moving to. I can't own or have weapons, even though I never did, never used them. No weapons were ever used in this situation. So, anyways, that's where I'm at right now, and I do have a trial this year in November. It was supposed to be this February, but through bureaucratic reasons, it's been pushed back further, as most things do with this court system. So this November, I have a 7-day full criminal trial. It starts Monday to Friday, and then the next Monday and Tuesday following that. And they're charging me with assault of a police officer and all sorts of just insane stuff. They're saying that I breached the court injunction, which was illegally made in Calgary and has since been rescinded and doesn't even exist anymore, but I'm still facing charges under that. And I mean, the footage is clear as day. I've run my news website and still continue to run my news website that has all the evidence on there showing like 12 different angles of footage that I didn't attack a police officer, and they don't care. They want to see this through to the end. They want to try and railroad me with the legal system that's like a front row seat to a clown show right now. And I mean, I don't see anybody with a big red nose, so if I paid for a clown show, I want to see one. Anyways,
Are you ever paid?
the way that I see it is the only way forward is independence, and we see that here. We see Pastor Art leading the Independence Party, and I mean, Alberta needs to separate from these insane, corrupt leaders that are not even in our province. They're leading our province from miles and hundreds of miles away, and they have nothing to do with Alberta except take money. So we're the ones who stand here and every single day of our lives live as Albertans, and I think that it's time that we start to lead as Albertans and not just live as Albertans. So the last thing that I'll say is our government has a lot of tendrils in society right now, and we're doing everything we can to cut them off where we can. Like we heard Pastor Art mention earlier, this beast has many heads, and we may cut off one head. That doesn't mean we're done yet at all. And by cutting one off, the others are just going to get more angry. So we only have to fight harder once we get one success. Is just keep steamrolling forward. We can't turn around and take time to let them get behind us again, because we had them behind us for too long. So, thank you very much.